This is Fox 2 News. News that works for you.
Osama bin Laden makes some daring remarks about other Muslim countries, but you won't hear his message in America.
Michigan's most wanted, a brutal crime. The suspect is on the loose. When you hear what happened to this man, you'll want to help find the killer.
And candidates for Detroit mayor pull out the celebrity card. Thanks for staying up late with us, everyone. I'm Sandra Ali.
I'm Ron Savage. Right now, this massive home is gutted by a blazing fire. Investigators want to know, was it an accident or arson? Fox 2's Eric Leaf has the story in West Bloomfield.
Well, a sad story. This home is a total loss here in West Bloomfield as fire ravages the inside of this nearly $1 million home. But fortunately, the good news, no one is hurt.
It was horrific.
Witnesses describe the horror. Fire racing through this house. Fortunately, no one home.
I called the West Bloomfield Fire Department, and as soon as 20 seconds later, in a matter of 20 seconds later, the whole roof just burst into the biggest flames you've ever seen.
The devastation complete. Take a look. The inside's gutted. Firefighters respond in 5 minutes, but it's too late.
They went inside to try to knock it down, but they got chased out pretty quick.
Forcing firefighters to battle the blaze from the outside. The flames overpowering, horrifying even to watch.
It was very shocking. I was amazed about how high the flames were.
Fire investigators are looking into the cause, but right now all indications pointing to a candle left in the living room. We're in West Bloomfield tonight. Eric Leaf, Fox 2 News.
And right now, Detroit police are investigating a murder mystery in the Detroit River. Someone reported a bloody trail in the Burns and Jefferson area. Police discovered the body of a black male in the water. Right now, they're investigating this case as a homicide. The victim's name has not been released.
The other big story tonight, Michigan State's win over U of M. It was an exciting game right down to the very last second. Woody Woodriffe's here with that story. Hi, Woody.
How you doing, Sandra? And what a game we saw this afternoon. Michigan and Michigan State. The Wolverines trying to hang on to their national championship hopes. The Spartans riddled with injuries, trying to play spoiler, and something had to give. Let's go straight to the fourth quarter. Michigan down 20-17, but not for long. QB John Navarre and the Wolverines going to the gadget play. The pass to backup QB Jermaine Gonzalez for the touchdown. 24-20 Michigan. How is he not covered on that play? But there would be a different ending. With 1 second left in the game, Jeff Smoker from the 2 on fourth down. The rollout, looking back across the middle, and the lob to T.J. Duckett is caught for the touchdown. Unbelievable. Michigan State wins it 26-24. And we will have much more on this game coming up in Sportsworks later in the newscast. I'll see you then.
Osama bin Laden, he lashes out at the U.S. and the United Nations in a videotape. It was broadcast by the Arab television network Al Jazeera, but you won't see it play out on American television. U.S. TV networks are not airing this statement or even quoting from it because of fears there could be hidden commands to terrorists. In the message, bin Laden calls the United Nations an instrument of crimes against Muslims. A British spokesman calls it contemptible, especially since the UN just won the Nobel Peace Prize. Intense airstrikes pound Taliban forces in northern Afghanistan today. Northern Alliance commanders say the bombings were aimed at al-Qaeda positions in the hills. The Taliban claims its forces shot down a U.S. helicopter and a plane. The U.S. denies those claims. The Pentagon says tonight that a chopper crashed in bad weather and its crew was rescued by another helicopter. The U.S. also blames bad weather for the crash of an unmanned surveillance plane.
Tonight, Attorney General John Ashcroft is backtracking on statements about a possible Michigan connection to the attacks. Last week, the nation's top cop said these men, Kareem Kabridi, Ahmed Hanan, and Yusuf Himsa, knew about the attacks before they happened. Kabridi and Hanan were arrested inside a Detroit home. Now, Ashcroft is taking back that statement, saying the men are only being questioned about having false documents. Meanwhile, the FBI is trying to explain why there was a delay tracking a tip Yusuf Himsa. Himsa was wanted after his picture was found on fake documents inside that same Detroit home. His landlord in Iowa saw Himsa on America's Most Wanted and called the FBI. Days later, the agency finally got to the man.
Well, tonight, the U.S. says a Pakistani man arrested in Metro Detroit could be linked to the September 11th hijackers. Imtiaz Ahmed Siddiqui was arrested near Detroit earlier this week. He was indicted Tuesday in Greensboro, North Carolina, on one count of voter registration fraud. The U.S. says it has information connecting Siddiqui to at least 2 of the 9/11 hijackers.
And it's not just anthrax anymore. Tests have found a trace of cyanide in a letter opened in a New Jersey post office. Authorities say that letter was addressed to a police department. The FBI and state police are investigating. Meanwhile, President Bush says the government is working quickly to test post offices and other sites that may have come into contact with tainted letters. In Maryland, authorities found a plastic bag of white powder in a car in the suburb of Bethesda. Tests show it might be anthrax. More tests are being done.
Sandra, we've had some great weather and a beautiful day leading to a cool night.
Absolutely. The Weather Authority, Rich Luterman, tracking your forecast tonight. Hi, Rich.
How you doing, Sandra? It is a bit cooler out there right now. The temperature is in the 40s, but I'll tell you, lots of sunshine out there today and more of it in the forecast for tomorrow. Right now, it's 47 outside of Metro Airport, 37 cool degrees in Lansing, down to 32 up there in Cadillac, but a mild 57 in Chicago. Our forecast for the rest of tonight calls for mostly clear skies. It'll be cool and dry, with overnight lows falling into the lower 40s. But again, tomorrow looks real nice. We'll check the full Sunday forecast coming up in about 10. Sandra, Ron.
The candidates for Detroit's new mayor pounding the pavement this weekend before Tuesday's big election. Tonight, they're getting some star power. Vivica A. Fox in Detroit doing a little campaigning for her friend Kwame Kilpatrick. Other celebrities on the campaign trail this weekend, Judge Greg Mathis and syndicated columnist Tavis Smiley.
I've got love for the city of Detroit, so I'm just here to support a young brother who I think is going to take you guys into the future.
I'm a homegrown young man who had the opportunity to work with Council President Hill for many years, and I know that coming here and campaigning for the city at this crucial time to get an experienced leader is very important.
And today was the deadline for absentee voters to mail their ballots. However, you can still drop your absentee ballot off tomorrow at the Department of Elections on West Grand Boulevard or at the city clerk's office at the Coleman Young Building.
The Reverend Al Sharpton in Detroit this weekend. Sharpton was the guest speaker tonight for a National Action Network Awards dinner. This is at the second Ebenezer Conference and Banquet Center in Detroit. Sharpton recently returned from a trip to the Middle East.
8,000 people are still waiting for a tax return only because the IRS has their wrong address. It's news that works for you. Anyone who thinks they may be missing a refund or advance payment check should contact the IRS with the correct information. But you should call before December 5th. Otherwise, you have to wait until next year to get that money.
You can live like Madonna after all. Well, her childhood home, that's up for sale, and this time it's not online. You can buy a piece of Material Girl's history. That's coming up.
And local-based Marines come together to celebrate the birthday of their elite fighting force. Semper Fi all the way.
And next, a man is discovered robbed, beaten, and run over. Help catch the killer. Michigan's Most Wanted next.
The Fox 2 problem solvers want to get results for you. Call 248-395-FOX2 or visit our website at fox2detroit.com and tell us the problem you want solved.
Get ready and go. Brought to you by your Detroit and Ann Arbor area Volkswagen dealers. It's time to get your car ready for winter. Don't forget to include these important items: a well-equipped tool kit, a first aid kit, a gallon each of windshield wiper fluid, antifreeze, and a quart of oil, and if possible, a cellular or digital phone in case of emergencies. A little preparation will save you from winter weather aggravation. Get ready and go is brought to you by your Detroit and Ann Arbor area Volkswagen dealers.
The all-new Toro Snow Commander tilts forward to attack the snow and clears down to the pavement.
Sweet.
It may just change the way you feel about winter.
This is Fox 2 News, your problem solver station.
My name's Kerry Klemecki, and I change light bulbs.
Kerry Klemecki is one brave man.
It does get kind of windy up here.
But would Kerry Klemecki ever get car insurance without a State Farm agent?
Car insurance with no State Farm agent? Now that scares me.
Be like Carrie and insure your car with a reliable State Farm agent.
See your Michigan State Farm agent today. Check the yellow pages for the Michigan agent nearest you.
Did you know that your tongue is alive and crawling with odor-causing bacteria? In fact, recent research shows that almost 90% of bad breath comes from bacteria that's on your tongue. Well, now there's a sure way to combat bad breath. It's called Dr. Weider's Original Tongue Brush and Tongue Gel. Dr. Weider's Original Tongue Brush and Tongue Gel eliminate bad breath by gently and effectively removing the bacteria from your tongue. So make some room next to your trusty toothbrush and floss for the new kid on the block. Now available at these and other fine pharmacies.
Well, a man is discovered robbed, beaten, and run over. He died from his injuries. It all happened 1 year ago tonight. His family's asking for your help. It's this week's Michigan's Most Wanted.
It hurts us, and it just breaks our heart, and we just please let us know, come forward, or give any information that you have.
30-year-old Tony Gatboldo was discovered just after midnight, November 4th, 2000, laying here in the street in front of this house, the house he grew up in for 27 years. Cops say Tony had been robbed, beaten, and then driven over. He died in front of his original Detroit address, Fairfield Street near Fenkell.
There was 50 to 60 people around, okay? He's just laid out in the middle of the street.
Tony was found next to his car, the lights on, the motor running. He served on the Detroit Board of Education, was engaged, and cared for his two daughters, ages 10 and 11.
They would do things, the park, the zoo, just roller skating, everything, you know, and I seen myself in him a lot, too.
Someone is out there. When they're around the table at their holidays and everything, Tony's missing from ours. You know, someone knows what happened to Tony.
The Gatboldo family is offering $5,300 reward. Crime Stoppers is adding $1,000. That adds up to a $6,300 reward. If you know who killed Tony Gatboldo 1 year ago tonight, call Detroit Homicide right now, 313-596-2260.
Detroit police showing off the goods following a major drug sweep. Police rounded up about 30 suspects during 37 raids on Detroit's east side. They recovered several weapons, including an AK-47 and some shotguns. Also, $25,000 in cash. Among the drugs seized, marijuana, crack cocaine, and heroin. The street value, about $200,000.
Maybe you can live like Madonna after all. Well, at least live where the Material Girl got her start. The childhood home of the legendary singer is up for sale. The current owner, Tom Andres, tried to sell the Rochester Hills house on eBay, but pranksters drove the asking price up to $99 million. He needed to find a smarter approach. Now, for $324,000, you can purchase the home through an auction house. That does not include song and dance lessons to make you sound like Madonna.
Well, as some troops fight terror in Afghanistan, some local troops are recalling their tour of duty.
Celebrating the proud history of the Marine Corps. That's coming up.
Another good-looking day is in the forecast for Sunday. We'll check it coming up in 2 minutes. Stay with us.
Do you have a news story? Call us anytime at 248-395-FOX2 or dial #2. It's a free call in your singular wireless phone. Border security tightened, or is it? Problem Solver Investigation Monday. Foreigners crossing into Detroit illegally, arrested. Then what? They sent home? In jail? Where are they? Problem Solver Scott Lewis knows. And it's scary. Monday at 10, Fox 2 News is working for you. Fox 2 Sportsworks is football. Ford Lions Report. Fox 2 Football Sunday. Fox NFL Sunday. Then, Lions. 49ers. Sunday.
Want to spruce up your meatloaf? Just add Bob Evans sausage. What you get is a meatloaf with absolutely no need for extra ketchup. The possibilities are delicious. Bob Evans down on the farm.
Comes in handy, huh? It's a lifesaver. We're looking for a new VP of our Northeast operations. Stop by my office later. Hey, Kevin.
Aren't you the VP of Northeast Operations?
Imagine what the Journal could do for you. Get 8 weeks of the Journal for just 38 cents a day, a 50% savings. Call 800-258-0100. That's 800-258-0100.
Introducing the new MSN from Microsoft. More useful, more advanced, and a great alternative to AOL. MSN, more useful every day.
Sure, Bob Evans refrigerated potatoes taste just like homemade, but by the time you make homemade potatoes, you could already be enjoying ours. With Bob Evans potatoes, the results are delicious. Bob Evans down on the farm.
Lucy Lawless guest stars. The X-Files season premiere Sunday, November 11th on Fox.
Well, how about that sunshine today? We had lots of it, pushing our temperatures up to 59 degrees. Notice the normal high this time of year is 54. This morning's low 42, and of course, no precipitation today, not with all the sunshine. Let me show you some numbers out there right now. 43 Jackson, 36 in Flint, also cool up in Port Huron at 36 degrees elsewhere across the region. Notice out to the west, it's relatively mild, and this is what's coming our way for tomorrow. 57 right now in Chicago, 58 in Des Moines, and a bit cooler up there in Traverse City. They are at 37. Okay, as I put the maps in motion, you're going to see that high pressure sitting off to our south and west will give us a pretty nice night and a pretty nice day tomorrow. There is a weak cold front passing through the central Great Lakes during the day on Sunday, but it will be a dry front. You'll notice the winds that'll pick up late in the morning and also through the afternoon hours. Other than that, though, tomorrow looks very, very nice with temperatures in the upper 50s. Real quickly, we'll show you Hurricane Michelle right there south of Cuba, still about 300 miles south of Key West. There are hurricane watches in effect for the Florida Keys, but this storm will be affecting Cuba tomorrow and then brushing by the Florida Keys into Monday and Tuesday. We'll be watching this one. The top winds right now, 135 miles per hour. Here's our forecast for tonight. Mostly clear, cool and dry, pretty quiet night for us. 41 degrees for an overnight low. Then during the day on Sunday, let's call it mostly sunny again. It'll be breezy tomorrow and mild, getting up to 58 degrees. These are the bonus days of November. And then right there on the 5-day forecast shows that dry weather is going to stick around right through Wednesday. And temperatures, for the most part, will stay in the 50s. However, on Thursday, we'll see a couple of rain showers. No big deal. 51 degrees for daytime high. Right there is your Sunday forecast. Cool in the morning, mild at noon, nice and breezy at 5 o'clock, 57 degrees. There you go.
Sounds beautiful. We'll take it.
Awesome.
Okay, Rich, thank you. 226 years old and still going strong, the U.S. Marine Corps is celebrating its birthday. Semper Fi, always faithful. Local-based Marines, mostly from Selfridge, celebrating the Corps' birthday tonight at the Imperial House in Clinton Township. Wherever Marines are, they pause to honor their proud heritage. Tonight, these leathernecks in their familiar dress blues getting a jump on things a little bit. The actual birthday is November 10th. Tonight, these Marines are thinking about what's ahead.
We're in a time of war right now, but I feel that when the time comes, if we need to go, we're going to go and we're going to be prepared and we're going to win.
And more than 800 Marines and their guests attended tonight's ball.
Tonight's ball included the guest of honor, Michigan Secretary of State Candace Miller.
That's
Happy
right.
birthday to the Marine Corps. Good deal. Semper Fi. Each of us wants to find a way to help the families in New York, of course.
That's right. Coming up, we found some kids who care, and wait till you hear how they're helping.
East Lansing was the place to be as Michigan State and Michigan locked horns. I'm Woody Woodriffe, and a fantastic finish is next in sports.
The record. First, Gil Hill failed as head of homicide, the worst record in America. Then Gil Hill failed as city council president. No more failed leadership. The choice. Kwame Kilpatrick is fighting and winning for Detroit's families, bringing home funds for schools, for seniors, for jobs, results. And Kwame Kilpatrick brings the vision we need to build a future on. Results count. Vision counts. It's time for a change.
The time is right at Gardner White. This is the weekend, the best ever sale. You pay nothing, absolutely nothing till 2003, and we pay your sales tax. It's the best time, the best furniture, the best prices, guaranteed lowest sale prices. Now at Gardner White, you pay nothing this year, nothing next year, no interest, no payment, no down payment. You pay nothing till 2003, and we pay your sales tax. The time is now. You cannot do better. Our best ever sale. Saturday and Sunday only at Gardner White. Don't miss out.
Plan a good enough getaway, you could steal Ebbets Field. Ebbets Field's gone. What'd I tell you?
Go, go, go. Heist strikes gold. A web of intrigue, betrayal, and deception. More twists than a bag of pretzels.
I'm gonna stand this thing on his head.
Hackman is terrific. He steals the show. 3.5 stars. Exhilarating. The cast is brilliant. Gene Hackman, Danny DeVito, in a film by David Mamet. Heist. Rated R. Starts Friday at a theater near you.
A tick, a tock, counting down to 4 o'clock. Mr. D's got the winner, taste the value for your dinner. Tick tock, keep looking at the clock. See the golden arches just around the block. Fresh for you, and it tastes so right. Tick tock, 4 o'clock every night.
Detroit, dig into our tender 20-piece chicken McNuggets. Just $2.99 after 4 p.m. Or add 2 small fries and 2 small drinks for a delicious McNugget value pack. Only $5.99. Go for the taste every day after 4 p.m.
Love to see you smile.
In the next 24 hours,
Presidential candidates' lives at stake.
his nation will be betrayed.
There may be an element inside the agency involved with the hit on Parliament.
His family will be threatened. And Federal Agent Jack Bauer will have no one to rely on.
Trying to shoot her, Jack, but
Himself.
you have no idea what you're getting yourself into.
Keeper Sutherland stars
You ever want to see your daughter again? Get me out of there!
in 24.
Who are you working for?
Premieres Tuesday at 9 on Fox 2 Detroit.
The Lions go to work for a win. Catch all the action Sunday on Sportsworks.
Michigan State.
Oh, man, it gets pretty good when they play. Here's Woody.
Thanks a lot, gang. You know, on paper and in the papers, there was no way that Michigan could lose to Michigan State. The Wolverines had all-world receiver Marquise Walker, QB John Navarre, and Butkus Award candidate Larry Foote. How could the Spartans compete with all that firepower? Well, throw out all that stuff, because when these two get together, anything can happen, and everything did. Bobby Williams with the odds stacked against him, but his players showed up. A fake punt and a pass interference play got the ball to Jeff Smoker, and he responded. The TD pass to Charles Rogers, 7-zip State. Michigan posted a field goal, and Navarre added on. The pass to Marquise Walker, and check the moves as he heads into the end zone. 14 yards on the score, 10-7 Michigan. The Spartans came right back. Another pass interference play put the ball at the 2, and T.J. Duckett rumbled in. 14-10 MSU. Just before the half, Michigan responded, and once again it was Marquise Walker. 32 yards on this grab. He had 132 yards receiving at that point. 17-14 Michigan at the half. In the second half, the Spartans did try and give it away. Jeff Smoker fumbled the snap. Michigan recovered. Head coach Lloyd Carr thinking about reaching into the bag of tricks, and he did just that. John Navarre going right back to work. The pass to backup QB Jermaine Gonzalez. How is he not covered? 24-20, Michigan took the lead, and the air was leaking from the green and white balloon. But Smoker had the air pump. The deep ball down the left side for Charles Rogers, and the ball is caught, dropped. Oh, no. Ann Arbor was going crazy with delight right then. The Spartans were done, right? Well, after this sack, they were. Jeff Smoker sacked 12 times in the game, a Wolverine record, but 12 men on the field gave the Spartans the ball back, and they went to work. Smoker over the middle to Duckett. The clock ticking. That play on 4th down. 17 seconds to go. No timeouts for State. Smoker looking for more. Down to the 2-yard line on the scramble. The clock winding down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I know it's long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not 0 yet. We timed it here at the station. 1 second left for the green and white, and they made the most of it. Smoker on the rollout. Going back across the middle to T.J. Duckett for the game winner. The ball just over Michigan Jeremy Lesueur's hands. T.J. with 211 yards rushing. There was Bedlam in East Lansing. 26-24 was the final. Jennifer Hammond has the aftermath.
What do you could say the time was on the Spartan side tonight as they pulled off that last-second victory over the Wolverines. As for the Michigan locker room, it was a very different feeling after this one, and words were hard to come by.
Do you feel cheated?
They deserved better.
What Carr was referring to was the question of whether or not time actually ran out on the Spartans before their game-winning score.
That's the ref call. You know, I don't got no control over that. If I did, I'd be a ref. But you know, that was his call. He called the call, so you know, there's nothing we could do about that.
There's a couple plays early in the game that we could have did to make it maybe have a different outcome, but you know, there was a couple questionable calls at the end, definitely, and you know, we got to live with that.
But every story has two sides, and for the Spartans, the final seconds of this game provided total jubilation.
Touchdown, Michigan State does it! This is our finest hour. This is what it's all about right here. Now, staying as a team, never giving up until the final tick off the clock.
I never really understood, you know, the rivalry against Michigan State and Michigan until I got here. And I'm telling you, it's something special. I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life.
I'm pretty sure we had the ball spiked at the end there. So I didn't really see a lot of it, so I don't know what to say on a lot of those decisions. All I know is, you know, we drove it down there and got it done when we had to do it.
Any complaints about the officiating won't change the outcome, although you can bet that the Big Ten is going to get a very colorful phone call from head coach Lloyd Carr about this one. In East Lansing, Jennifer Hammond, Fox 2 Sports.
Thanks, Hammer. Elsewhere, Big Ten action between Illinois and Purdue. Purdue scored the first 13 points, and then the Fighting Illini took over. Purdue's Brandon Hance picked off by Bobby Jackson, and he's gone. Jackson moonwalking his way to the end zone. He put a move on Hance, faked him out of his shoes. What a run. Illinois with 38 unanswered points for a 38-13 final. The Illini now tied with Michigan atop the Big Ten. Game 6 of the World Series seen right here on Fox 2. The New York Yankees looking to close out the Arizona Diamondbacks, but snakes are pretty dangerous when backed into a corner. The Diamondbacks played it a run in the first and piled it on Andy Pettit in the second. Bases loaded. Tony Womack with the short single that yielded big-time results. Reggie Sanders and Damian Miller both come in to score. 3-0 Arizona, and they were not done. Next batter, Danny Batista, and this hit was an instant replay. Randy Johnson, known for his on-the-mound prowess, charging hard for the plate. Look at his foot. He missed it the first time, but he did touch up to make it 4-0 Arizona. The Diamondbacks put 8 more runs on the scoreboard in the third, 15-2 the final. The series tied at 3. Game 7 is tomorrow, and Curt Schilling will be going for the Diamondbacks against who for the Yankees? Roger Clemens. Should be a very good one right here on Fox. Mano a mano. That's right, Rich.
We may see Randy Johnson again.
Exactly. But everybody's still buzzing about Michigan State. What a game.
Yeah.
What a game. Yeah. A classic Spartans-Wolverine battle.
And controversy with the clock.
Of course. There's always controversy with these guys.
All right, thanks, Woody.
Sure.
As America unites, some young folks are helping. Brothers Scott and Spencer Jackman, they're 9 and 10, and their buddy, 11-year-old Christopher Jackson. These three started their own website, Kids Who Care. They're selling T-shirts to assist 911 victims. Today, the guys were out selling shirts at the Beverly Hills Racquet Club. If you'd like a T-shirt, log on to kidswhocare.net. The shirts are $15 a piece. It shows on the screen kidswhocare.com, but it's kidswhocare.net.
They're awesome, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
They're pretty cool. So what's going on weather-wise tomorrow? Good stuff?
Another good day on Sunday. We're going to see partly to mostly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and mild with temperatures in the upper 50s, so get out there and enjoy it once again.
Okay, sounds good. Another busy day in baseball.
Oh, you know it. Baseball tomorrow, but also the Lions looking for a win. Don't forget about the Lions, okay? And the Red Wings on the road to Chicago.
Okay, good stuff. Thanks for staying up late with us, everyone.
You back in the morning, Rich?
I'll be here.
Okay, check them out. 8 o'clock in the morning. Have a great night.